Alright, so here's another video about Fayette County. When I was waiting to go to prison the second time, I went from Fayette County. That's in southwest Pennsylvania. It's a very small castle of a county prison. It still has the gallows where they hung people. It's now currently condemned and closed. They finally have a new prison. But I was there twice in the past. Once where I was up on the rock on A block, and once when I was in the Annex. This story takes place in that Annex. Anyone who has been there knows that it is just a big metal airplane hangar. There's no windows, there's no grates, there's no ventilation at all. The only thing that opens is the back door that goes to the fenced-in yard that they never let us go to, and then the door that enters the block for the COs to come in to do their shift inside of that front bubble. So no air movement comes to the back. It was so hot that we would hang out in there in our boxers, turn all the showers on, and just walk around soaking wet in wet boxers all day. Poker table, wet boxers. Pinochle table, wet boxers. Try to take a nap, wet fucking boxers. Dude, it was the only way to stay alive. Well, one day we fucking got tired of it. I was waiting to go to prison. A couple of my homies were waiting to go to prison. And we were just tired of getting punked by this punk-ass county prison. But the issue with this is the Fayette County boys are really fucking wild. So I got them all gassed up and said that we were going to start a riot so we could get fans to bring the temperature down. And this was on a Sunday night. It was Father's Day. All the Fayette County boys wanted to do was set mattresses and sheets and shit on fire. So I had to talk them down from that and get them to do something that would actually matter. Disrupt normal operations. All it took was for me to get a couple of my homies, R.I.P. Ewack, shout out to Bizzle, Buck Wild, Smitty, Boots. They were all there. Man, we refused to stand for count that night. Brownfield came in with backup and bear mace. You know how he does. He walked in the Annex and he said, "So who in here has a problem?" And I looked around and of course nobody moved. I do. I figured that was the right response. Brownfield will respect you if you deserve it. And that's exactly what happened. He stepped over to me with the bear mace still in his hand. I didn't flinch. I was scared to death. I held it together, and then a couple of my homies stood up. Old RoboCop was the CO on, Rob. Well, he agreed that it was unlivable, man, and he called the warden. It was so hot that year, like we weren't just bitching. They drove to the Votech school. They got big-ass industrial cap blowers. They borrowed those, brought them into the Annex, put them up behind the gates above the bubble, and they left them there until Fayette County could go and buy their own and return those back to the Votech. If you know any of those names that I just mentioned, ask them. If they see this video, I'm sure they'll tag themselves in the comments. It's just a true story about how sometimes convicts gotta stick together. And it's not always about acting crazy, even though that is the funner way to handle it. If you really jail like me, that shit is fun. But it doesn't always get shit done. You disrupt their operations, you win every time. Just don't go to prison, you can buy your own fans.